So, new project. Best you come in the hangar and check it out. So here it is, 1950 PA-18 95 Super Cub from Piper. Found it on a strip in Wiltshire. It's had one owner for many, many years. It hasn't flown in a long time, probably 12, 13 years now it's been out of the air. And yeah, just needs some paperwork, needs some love, needs a top end engine overhaul and going through and doing some other things. I'll give you a quick tour if you like. So inside, drop the good old door. Okay, so come on in. So inside, in the panel, it was classic gyros and aeroplane having accumulated bits over time. So I'm in the process of stripping the gyros out. Part of this project is all about saving weight because it's put on, like a lot of aeroplanes, it's put on a bit of weight over time. So avionics, it's got a radio transponder. The transponder was in a weird place. It was on the bottom of the panel, and actually when I sat in, it was right where my knee needed to be. So I've decided the transponder's coming out. I'm going to go with a trig transponder to match the trig radio that's in here because they're both small, and I can relocate those to that side where my left hand is, so I can come off the throttle and do the transponder and radio codes with my left hand. I'm thinking of Avionics AV30 to go in the panel to be my gyro reference and to provide a bit of modern, not going too over the top. I'm going to keep the conventional ASI and altimeter, put those left and right, and I think, well, I was thinking about an engine monitor. Actually, it's going to be a bit complex and involved, so I'll probably keep it simple and stick with the RPM gauge. This engine gauge, some of that doesn't work anymore, and the glass has come loose. That's going to have to get replaced. Probably just going to replace that with a classic Cub oil temperature and pressure gauge. Inside, it's fantastic 1980s vinyl. So many things covered with that, and it's heavy stuff. So I've been stripping things out. Still going to have some of it because some of it is difficult to get out without taking too much apart. Yeah, so that's coming off. The glue's coming off, and eventually I'm planning to refinish it with like a very lightweight stick-on film, which is fireproof, but it's got this great texture and it's grey. A bit less red is going to be key, and it enables me to have a look behind things, check out the general condition of things like fuel selector, trim bits, electric cables. We're also kind of looking at the seats and trim. One of the big deals up here was an electrical panel, and this was all vinyl covered. I had to take all of that out so that I could strip that back, clean the adhesive off it, and then I'll build that back up and try and improve that. But otherwise, the cockpit's generally tidy, but there's definitely things I can do to make my mark on it. And take a little bit of weight out it as we go. One of the key things, so under here we've got a Continental 0200, 100 horsepower. Originally the aeroplane would have been 90 horsepower with a C90. It gained this partway through its life in the UK, and now when it sat around, classic aeroplane sitting in a hangar, the cylinders developed some corrosion. The engine was boroscoped. They took the cylinders off, sure enough, corrosion. Bottom end so far though, we've looked at, that's looking really good. So looks like the plan is going to be to clean this back, get the carburetor overhauled. I figured that sat around for a long time, so actually that's a good place to spend some money and get some peace of mind. So carb overhaul, the mags were overhauled. They've had their 500-hour overhaul, but that was 10 years ago. So I think actually that will be another good thing to get done, and fit a new top end. So there's a new cylinder set on the way from Superior, and those will just go straight on. I've had to scavenge a few bits from the old top end, so rocker arms, push rods, inlet tubes, things like that, all bits that come off the old engine and go on to the new. What else can I show you? Oh, I'll show you some of the process of stripping adhesive off panel. And I'm slowly, using acetone, stripping all the contact adhesive off this, so I can just, there's no dings or dents, but it's just lumpy with adhesive. Other things that I need to do, when we trailered it here, we had to take half the empennage off. So that needs to go back on, but I'll probably just take a good look at the trim system on the Cub. That you can change the trim of the aeroplane by winding the stabilizer incidents. So I'll just go through that and just check that that's okay. Obviously the wings came off for transport. So wings are going to need to go back on. We're just going to, they're looking good. The left wing had some work and got refabricated, so that's looking pretty good inside. The right wing is a little bit older, but still the fabric looks good on that. It's just a case of kind of going through those. There's lots of good new hardware for it, but just get those on. But for now, actually, having the wings off just makes working on the fuselage a lot easier. There's a lot less to walk into. So, so there we go. So if you've got any questions or comments about what's going on or what the plans are, do let us know, do ask, and we'll try and answer those. And in the meantime, we'll keep you up to date with another progress report when we've got more to share.